Hey y'all. Well, that was another first I can log, I guess. Got old Big Al planted this afternoon. Thought I'd give him a big old rock to protect him. That old shovel's getting used to digging graves around here. I don't like it none. But old chickens, I don't know if they was over there paying respects or happy to find some worms. But that was a tough loss when got home this afternoon. Talking with different ones and doing a little thinking. No tracks in there, but I believe we got a possum. So I guess I'll start Googling recipes about how to bake a possum, because I'm gonna find him and get him for that one. I will say, walking into the chicken coop this afternoon, knew something was off, because all of them usually come running to greet me, but all the hens were covered up and buried up in this corner over here, and I'm like, walked down there, and Al, he's on the other end of the coop there laying out. Of course, he'd already died, but nothing was around. But by the looks of his poor little old body, he gave him a good fight. He didn't take it laying down. So that's kind of cool about that old bird. I don't know if any of y'all know the story about these old white chickens, but when I moved in May, latter May of last year, I think it was around that time, I wanted some chickens and wasn't really ready to buy any. And a good friend of mine has some chicken houses out Woden Way, and after they catch all those chickens for market, a lot of times a lot of them are left over, and they're not but about 7 weeks old at that point, and they're just kind of left to fend for themselves. So I went down there and caught me a whole bunch of them. Didn't know no better. They're supposed to be broiler chickens, not laying hens, so I fed them all summer. No chance of getting any eggs, but then they started laying and proved everybody wrong. So it was good. The funny thing about old Al is, if you know those big commercial chicken farm operations, they don't let roosters get into that hatch. So they're checked and culled at every point in the process before they're given to those farms, and even along the way they're culled out. So he made every cut along the way, and even made not getting caught, and we caught him out of the bunch. So just kind of a cool thing. So he got to live a lot longer than I guess he would have. So he was one character. Every time I'd feed him, of course every rooster has its own personality, I guess. He would he'd chase me. Well, not like trying to attack me, but I'm dumping feed out equally in all the different bins. And he was one of those that thought maybe the next one had a little more in it. So he'd give up eating just to find where the most food was at. It used to tickle me. But anyway, got him planted. It's funny how we talk about things changing on a dime, and I actually got tickled this afternoon. Even after that, day started off. Woke up to a text from my boss letting me know about some commission figures that I wasn't expecting. So it was on cloud 9 and worked through the day, and come home. I was gonna get to work on this old garden plot. And y'all gonna think I'm crazy, and maybe I am, but it's been done before, and I've done part of it before. But I come home and burned off a little bit of that thatch, but all that right there is gonna be garden, and I'm gonna do it with that. But I ain't gonna do it today, because right after I picked up Al, I started rolling through trying to do some of it, and lo and behold, my handle broke. Ain't that something? Got a dead rooster and a broke plow. I said, man, I tell you what, started off the day on top of the world and ended up right here. But it's a choice, isn't it? But we'll get that fixed pretty quick. It's about 7,000 square foot, I figure. And if I do a couple hundred square foot a day, which really ain't that much, I can be done by mid-February, and be about right time for planting. So I'm gonna give it a go, see how far I get. So if I don't show up for weeks, y'all, I might be planted there next to old Al, wondering why in the world I try to tackle all that with a hand plow. But I cleared this whole place with the hand tools, so plan to do a little bit more this summer. I got after it with a little bit. I think I made it 10 feet before that old plow busted on me, and I said, man, am I gonna get into this again? But I guess I am. That's all right. Well, thought I'd check in and kind of update y'all on things with poor old Al. But, at least them hens won't have to worry with him anymore, will they? And you don't need him to make eggs, but we'll get another rooster along the way. I think it'll be fine. I did find out I better pick this broccoli. Old buddy up the street does a lot of farming. He's a Hispanic man, been on that place at Millard's for a long time, good guy. And I was talking to him this morning in broken English. I was asking him about these, when to pick them. Showed him a picture. He said, "There's no flour." I said, "No, it hadn't flour. There's no flour. Go ahead and pick it." I said, "Yes, sir." So I'm gonna pick it so it's no flour. That's all right. So we'll just have a little bit of broccoli clowns. It might make enough for a mess, but never ate fresh broccoli like that, so I'm kind of looking forward to that. But I see my Aunt Bonnie has pulled up. She's going to check on things, so I'm going to use down here and talk to her. Big news tomorrow. I was going to hold out a surprise, but had some folks call me and want to come out here and talk about what we're doing on the place, and I guess we'll pop up on the Daily Sentinel here in the next few weeks. But talked to a reporter this afternoon, and he said he really liked what we were doing out here, and I asked him, I said, "Well, what am I doing? Because I need to know. Tell me so we'll both know." But no, we'll have a good little visit tomorrow afternoon, I guess, and looking forward to celebrating the heritage of this old place of Joe and Ruby Alders, the family they've raised, and the legacy that they've set forth on this old rock we call Earth. But going to share some cool stories tomorrow, so looking forward to that. But thank y'all for all your support and following, and all your well wishes on Al. But thought about that too. Most of them chickens end up in a pot anyway, and then we get sad about the ones that get killed. But weird dynamics on the farm, isn't it? But he died fighting, right? That's the main thing. He went down swinging. That's all right. So rest in peace, old Al, and he'll have him. Most of them chickens get thrown out in the woods, and I couldn't do that to Al. I had to give him a little special spot right there by the door that he guards and put a big old rock on him, so he'll be all right. Well, hey, y'all have a good evening. Be the light and celebrate every moment. It can change on a dime. That goes both ways. It'll come right back around, won't it? All right, let me go talk to my aunt and see what's going on down here and watch the rest of the sunset this evening. Y'all have a good evening. Be the light and be the difference around you. It's not that hard to do. Just kind of let your smile shine, right? Y'all have a good evening. I'm not going to do roll call tonight because she's down here with the car running, so I better go get that done. But I do see you all. I appreciate you watching. But I'll check in and do roll call next round. How's that? All right. Oh, somebody wanted me to show my new boots. That ain't them. That's my stomping boots. All right, I'm gonna let y'all go because she's backing up. I got to go catch her. We'll talk with y'all later. Good evening.